decided to publish this book, especially to clear some of the confusion that is around around probiotics. And just let me go back a little bit to explain why we decided to publish this book. Is since 2006, the antibiotic growth promoters have been completely banned in the EU. So the poultry industry started to look for alternatives to use instead of the antibiotics. One of these alternatives is probiotics. And in the market there is a mixed opinion about probiotics, and that's why we decided to publish this book to clear any confusion about probiotics and its use in poultry industry. The definition of probiotics started to develop over the years. It started first time in 1965 when Lilly and Stilwell they defined probiotics for the first time and describing it as microorganisms excreting certain products that can affect other microorganisms. The word probiotics, it is derived from the Greek language and it means poor life. The definition started, as I mentioned, to develop and to change over the years as we started to know more about probiotics. In 2001, the WHO finally produced a final definition of probiotics, which is it is live microorganisms when given in adequate amount can produce some health benefits to the host. The main benefit of probiotics is gut health. They improve gut health. And this is a very broad term. And if we look deeper into it, we can find several benefits, such as colonizing the gastrointestinal tract with healthy bacteria, and that in turn reduce the colonization by enteric pathogens. Also, the reduction of some bacteria of a public health concern, such as Campylobacter or Salmonella, also reduction of lameness, bacterial lameness, which have a negative implication on the bird's welfare. Also reduction of outbreaks of coccidiosis and other enteric protozoal disease, and of course all of this with improving the gut health will be reflected in a positive way on the gut health and birds' performance. There are several ways to give probiotics to birds. The first and the most common one is in feed. You mix the probiotics with feed and give it to the birds, or either drinking water. There's some research now started to look at giving probiotics in hatchery as a spray, which is even better, or even in ovo, where some researchers started to look at what will happen if we inject probiotics inside embryonated eggs. But under the commercial scales, at the moment, it's either drinking water or in feed. That's the main thing about probiotics. They don't have a negative side effects. They don't have withdrawal periods from the feed, so you don't need to remove them before slaughtering the birds or anything. The main thing that you have to make sure as a producer or the consumer of probiotics, they are safe. They don't have any resistant genes that can be transferred. That's why you find a limited number of probiotics registered in the European Union because of the safety profile. So before you buy, my advice to any poultry consumer is before a poultry producer, before purchasing any probiotics, to look at the safety profile of the product. But in generally speaking, they are much safer than antibiotics, for example.